so much for tuning into another dynamic New Life episode. New Life is we're certainly doing new things moving into the latter part of the year. But right now, I want to introduce you to someone that's very special and close to my heart and did to me as part of the resurrection process of New Life and helping me to, get back on my feet and get moving. So, without further ado, this is Mrs. Lexis Gibson, aka Shaw Stuff, aka Little Lexi, aka Miss Lexi. So, take it away.
Hello.
All right. Now, Lexi, I know that we ought to speak, and I would like to take a moment. We speak often and everything. And I like to take a moment to express my gratitude for everything that you've done for me and this process and in this journey. And from the bottom of my heart, I would like to tell you thank you.
Oh, anything for you, good man.
That's what you say. Anyway, New Lifers. So many inquire about how family is expected to help out during crisis. But God put people in your path and in your way. That doesn't have to be blood. It doesn't have to be related. But you consider them family. And she's been a part of my life for the last, I would say about 9 years, something like that.
10 years.
10 years?
10 years.
Jesus Christ. Well, I took 2 years off. 2021 and 22. I'm just coming back right now. So I don't. Yeah, so forgive me. Chemo brain. How that go. But, like I was saying, like, that family may be gifted to you, but it's not assigned to you. So with this whole ordeal, God just put people in my path that I needed and the team that I had to assemble to get through what I needed to get through in a critical point in time. And it wasn't always necessarily actually blood family that was there for you. So and that's what I wanted you to know, because I often get questions and ask them, what do you do if family's not there? Or what happens if this person or that person can't see you and it hurts and stuff like that? But what my response to that is, you just have to focus on your task at hand. I know it's a lot, but you just have to tunnel vision. You have to block everything out, and you have to push. And you pray. If you pray hard enough, God will put the people around you that needs to be around you. Because sometimes it may get, some people may agitate you or irritate you in a sense of ways, and that stops the healing process or slows it down. But if you have peace and you have good vibes around you and good people and good energy, things will turn out for you and put you in a better mind space and in a better place. But with that being said, and Lexi, you can interrupt me at any time. Tell us about how you have come to be known as family to me.
Oh, goodness. Me just, knowing you for a long time, with my own family,
Mm-hmm.
I was able to, like me and you were kind of able to, to click together
Mm-hmm.
and everything. So, my children, my sister, them, and
I know all them people.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was just, we communicate and everything all the time, and when we able to, we chill, we hang out. But you like family, like somebody who I can confide in about stuff, and you give me directions and motivation in my life. So you there for me, because like you said, people who technically are blood are not always there for you.
Thank you. I appreciate that too. I received that. You know what I'm saying? Friends is cool, man. It's good to be, like I told you, man, we'll always be friends for life, man. So, you don't run across people often, that's genuine and don't want to from you or don't try to, you know, take anything from you. And it's, you one of the people that's 100 with me. So, you know what I'm saying? So God is amazing, man. Like I said, he put the right people in the right places at the right times for you. And it's amazing what that could do for you. You know what I'm saying? So like with my team, I had a solid team. I had you, Tyre, of course, the usual suspects. Y'all know who y'all are. The usual, as far as blood is concerned, the usual suspects. So, and that's all I needed, man. It was just a tight knit group, and with the right pieces. Again, I can't reiterate this enough. With the right pieces and with the right setting, he cracked the door. He let God walk in and work his magic, and that's what he did to be able to come back from 1% survival rate to restored. I feel renewed because this is the best I'm feeling in a long time. You know what I'm saying? So you can't tell me there's no God, man. And if you do, shame on you. But, Lexi, you know that you were a part of my caretakers team. How did you take the news when you heard about my diagnosis?
Ooh, I remember too. I remember you. I'm trying to remember calling me, and you was trying. He was being so nonchalant and so easygoing about it. So at this time, I put my phone on speaker as he talking to me, trying to tell me what's going on. I'm just looking up everything on the phone as he talking, and I'm doing my best to maintain like the steadiness and everything in my voice. So as I'm looking it up, I got tears coming down my face, trying to just keep everything, cool and everything. And then I kind of got short with my answers with him, so he couldn't hear me crying or anything. And so we hung up, because I know he told me he had to go back to the doctor and everything. And with everything that's going on with him, he's gonna send me a text later telling me, stop crying, everything gonna be okay. Like what he's concerned about me instead of being concerned about himself at the moment about how I was taking the news, because it was
How were
hard.
you, man? How were you holding it together? How how were you holding it together?
I was hurt, like, because I was already dealing with, another issue with another close friend of mine,
mm-hmm.
what was going through with cancer. Then with you, like I said, me and you close,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, God, I don't want to keep losing people in my life, because loss to me is very hard to
Mm-hmm.
deal with and come across. And I was hurting, even throughout the whole ordeal. I mean, I had my moments, and me just trying to just deal with everything and just try to see the positive side of everything. But initially, I was like really just hurting down about everything that was going on.
Why did you feel that way?
Because it's like I didn't want, which I can't battle with God. I didn't want God to take you away from me.
Oh, that's so nice.
and and it was just like, it was just to me, it was a lost thing. And by me looking at the type of cancer that you, because I didn't know the type of cancer you had at the moment, but when we found out, just knowing that the type of cancer that you did have, because I knew a little bit medical wise where it was what you was telling me, and I was like, like it just kept being like keep going down and down. Like, okay, God, this thing ain't looking too good. The more I keep looking at it, and so at this time I had to pray and give it to the bigger man over you, because there was nothing I could do. It was all up to him.
Listen, man. What made you put your life on hold for little old E, man? That's what I want to know. That's the question I want to know. Like, what made you? Because it was at one point in time where UNT, but to stop everything y'all was doing and was just like, every appointment I needed to go to, like with Tyra was there for like the majority, like my chemos or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
but you filled in whenever because you had a night schedule and stuff like that. Y'all just played an awesome part and rotating, making sure that I was where I needed to be when I needed to be. So I go on record saying that I never missed an appointment ever between Tara and Lexi. I never missed an appointment. I never missed a chemo treatment. I never missed a surgery, an injection, an infusion, or nothing. You know what I mean? I made 100% of my appointments 100% of the time. So, I mean, how did what made you say, okay, because it was times where even after chemo, you would have to sit with me sometimes and just make sure I was all right and stuff like that, making sure I was getting in the bathroom, not falling down because of how I was feeling after I had the chemo treatments, the neuropathy and stuff like that, and it was tough. I mean, how did you describe what it meant, what you saw in your eyes? How did I look, and how did you deal with that? And the first question is, what made you stop everything for me and say, okay, I'm gonna work it out with you and stuff like that. Make sure you straight. As far as like food and stuff like that. I mean, just making sure I was cool, just everything. I was comfortable. Anyway, there you go.
Again, like me and you being close. One thing that was instilled in me from my mother is that you don't abandon those who you care for, no matter what it is that they're going through. If I was able to help me just being a service, like trying to get you to an appointment or bringing you food, or helping you, around the house, that was nothing. Because, God gives us like talents, even if it's just the small things to help those that are in need. And like I feel like if the world order was reversed, that you would help me. So it was nothing for me to do that for you. It was just a minor sacrifice for anything.
It was major. That was major. It was all hands on deck. Honestly, man, and it was go time. It was when you seen like I said, like what surprised you about me? What did you see, like, when you saw, like, how was I around you in that time? You know what I'm saying? How would you describe my mood and my feelings, or, name something that stuck out to you in your mind and said, well, dang, he's still doing that? Geez, like,
The majority
is
of the
he sick?
time,
Is he really,
yeah, because like the majority of the time, like you were mellow. Now you did have your moments where of course, you going through that. You get a little cranky.
oh, man, when chemo treatment, oh, my God, I was like, man, that was some of it.
Because I knew not to take it
Jesus
personal because I
Christ.
knew you was going through because I
Jesus
personally
Christ.
didn't know how you was feeling, but I'm like, this man just got pumped full of chemo. He ain't really trying to heal. He ain't feeling it. But like you had your little moments where you would just, go try to do something that was, I don't want to say normal. That was just routine or normal for
Say
you.
normal, because it's a
Normal.
new life. Yeah,
Yeah, like
I have
normal
a new
that you
normal
that
now.
that you was used to trying to do to have some normalcy in your life. Like
Yeah, that's
whether
all
it
I
was
wanted. I crave for that.
like
That's what I
going out to
crave for.
dinner. So most time we
Yeah.
didn't even do that. But if you did, you had to pick the mask on, so you couldn't, pick up everybody else's germs or pick up, food and bring it here, have a movie night. You just tried to maintain some normalcy in your life when you was going through all of this
Yeah.
and everything. And me just watching you over the time, like from like the person I've always known, because your personality is big, is great. Your humor, and you did not really lose any of that going through this because you always still, make me laugh. Even if when I was going through stuff, you was always motivating me, even still while you going through what it is that you're going through
Mm.
and everything.
I appreciate that, man. That's what's up, man. So I don't know. I just try to, like, treat people how they treat me and in the right way. You know what I'm saying? And I just care about people. Just period. Just genuinely just care. If you 100 with me, I'm gonna be 100 with you. So that's what it is. And it's just like you said, different, man. Like, you've been around for a long time. You watch my kids grow up. I watch your kids grow up. I remember going to watch the Tailwind Turner down the street get smoked in the race. He was in the lead for he was in the lead for about,
He gonna get you.
and the dude came and gunned him down. He looking like, what the hell is you? Oh, man, but yeah, they growing up, man. It's crazy. We watch our kids grow up together, man, and that would have been something, man, that a thing, that they would not have understood, man. So, how do you feel like I handled this assigned, what I want to call it? I don't want to call it, well, disease. Let me see. How do you feel like I handled everything with the overall, from the period of time, the diagnosis, when you found out, chemo, surgery, recovery, because you seen it all. You entire y'all seen it all. So how do you feel where I am now to the day? How I came through everything? How does it look to you?
You was like a special operational soldier. Like they gave you the assignment and you knew what you had to do. Like you was, like I said, you always maintain your positivity.
Mm-hmm.
I think it might have been maybe once or twice where I could tell in your eyes, like that for there was a moment where it kind of came down on you. Only like for a moment, but the majority of the part, like you always try to stay upbeat. Your positivity was always there, and defeat was not an option at all. It was not an option. You just kept
Mm-mm.
headstrong on like, this is my assignment. I'm going to get to the end goal. This is what it is. Ain't nothing else. Nothing else matters.
Right. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I remember it was funny because I remember I didn't even know the stages. Remember I asked you, I was like,
Yes.
what is stage? I said, this is, and I said, don't look at it. I said, stop. I remember I told you, I said, don't Google it. Same thing I
Yeah.
told Elijah. I said, don't Google it. The first thing y'all behind go do is go straight to the Google and stuff like that, and then y'all changing, things changing, y'all tone changing, then y'all looking, acting like I'm a cripple or something like that. Pause. But no, nah, just it was cool though, man. But listen, New Life is for the record, man. I need y'all to know, man. Lexus has really been a selfless individual, man, and she really looked out for the boy, man. And you know, I really appreciate it. I can't say that enough. And I remember you was there for me when we went got a second opinion. You was there with me when we went got the second opinion. Yeah. With Dr. Sharaf and everything, and he told you, he said, he told me, he said, I asked him when he looked at everything. I said, what do you think, Doc? You think And he told me that the best treatment, I was on the best treatment plan, and that he was a part of the treatment plan already. He was already a part of, you know, Dr. Class's, the team that Dr. Class assembled. And with that being said, he told me that he was very familiar with my case. And mind you, this is the same surgeon that performed my older brother Ricky's wiffle surgery. You know, a 21-hour surgery where you have to take the organs out of the body. And, you know, he was his surgeon. And my brother Ricky is successfully living. It's been 10 years since his surgery. And he's kicking. And they gave him, I think, like a 3 or 4% chance of survival. So, you know, Janu's be kicking ass and be kicking cancer in the ass, man. You know, so, and with that being said, he told me that my cancer was so big, he told me if he touched me right now, I would die. And he said that, he said, just do the chemo treatment. He told me it was going to be rough on me. It was going to be some of the roughest thing that I ever did in life. And he knew I played football. He knew all that. He said, that ain't going to compare to it. And he wasn't lying. I've never met an opponent greater than chemo. You know what I mean? So, and he told me I had 3 other tumors in my body. He said, I can't take anything else but the chemotherapy. But it was so much chemotherapy that, you know, they wasn't sure if I could handle it or not. But God saw otherwise in my body. Well, thank God I was in a little shape because I was working out before it happened. And I found out when I found out it was happening, I started working out before I really couldn't, you know, after taking the chemo. But he told me, he said, if it shrinks, he said, go through the chemo. It's going to be rough. You get through it on the other side. If it shrinks, I'm going to hit it with everything but the kitchen sink. Did he tell me, Alex?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I told him, I said, I got you. I said, I'll be back. I said, I'll see you in 3 months? I said, 3, 4. I said, I'll see you in 3 months. That's what I told him. Mm-hmm. And I went back and it shrank. And he said, to God be the glory, man. It shrank enough to shrink from 10 to 6. And he said, we go and get it. And I said, shoo, that's all I wanted to hear. And after that, he said, you know, he told me what you know, my recovery, what it was going to be like and how it was. And he said, it's going to take a lot out you. He said, but you'll be alive. So, and that's all I asked for. And like I said, I appreciate you, man, being there for me and just, you know, just being who you are, man, because you are a genuine soul. And you have had a lot of stuff happen to you in your life that, you know, we shared and stuff like that. And a lot of tragedies and stuff like that. And you are the epitome of what a friend is. And you know what I'm saying? Like, and I was like, what, you gonna lose your buddy or something? I said, you know, you told me, he's like, I don't want to lose my buddy. I said, girl, we not two. But anyway, man, I just wanted to thank you, man, again, and give him a little backstory and stuff like that, and who Lexi is, and who the team was, and who the commission was, and got the big boy back on his feet, and she's an intricate part of that. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, man, I just want to give you all a message to never give up, man, because even when they say it's over, it ain't over till God says it's over. And I promise you that. You get your good team around you, and you surround yourself with good people and good vibes and a positive mind frame and a positive mindset, man, you can do anything. You can have a new life too. Peace.